So a lot of people know my struggles with the whole project list on the truck, and today I'm going to give you guys kind of a rundown on what everything's been going on is and why my list of things that I hinted on last video is so far out of whack with the truck here. So let's get started. Today's video is we're going to be talking about my project list and how it's so far out of whack and why it's so out of whack. So let's get started with today's video. So what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys haven't already, go check out the Roast Tire subreddit and Facebook groups. I will leave them on screen for you guys right now. If you guys go check them out. With the Reddit, you can join completely with any sort of paperwork or anything to deal with that. The Facebook group, if you apply directly yourself, you will have to be requested to come in, but I approve everyone anyway, so it's not really a big deal because I'm the only moderator on it right now. And but if you have a friend that's already in it, they can add you in, no questions asked, and you're in and you're good to go. Those will be both on screen at some earlier on, who you guys can see where to join that. But today's video, we're pertaining on the full bolt-on truck here, and we're going to do kind of a look at my project list and what and all is like out of whack. So I'm not going to talk about any secret projects. I talked briefly in the update video that I was working on something behind the scenes that I've been wanting to do for a while that I'm finally going to get the chance to do. Pretty much Michael did this recently, and it's inspired me to finally pull the trigger on this. Whether that be, within a matter of days when I pick everything up, or weeks, I don't know just yet, but I am very eager to get started on this pretty darn soon. But anyway, I won't be talking about that. We'll be talking about the stuff that I've wanted to get done for a while, and I'm going to try not to stay here long because I'm wearing all black, and it's Georgia summer. So first things first, we're going to talk about probably the biggest mistake I've made with this truck, performance part wise, and it'll finally be getting fixed here very soon. So in order to demonstrate, I'm going to have to pop the hood here. All right, so we're under the hood here, and right away, this piece of crap right here. So if you guys don't know the whole story with this is my Spec D Pro Tuning Lab, whatever you want to call it, cold air intake, cold air. And ever since about 2 months after I got it, I have said to everyone that has asked me about getting one of these for their truck to never touch it. It's $65, and it is so bad that it caused a misfire. Like literally, this intake gave me a check engine light. It's that bad. And that is because, for one thing, it was built like garbage, and two, because the piping is so narrow compared to the throttle body, and it just makes for a bad time. If you guys want to have a proper cold air intake, get K&N or custom build if you know the dimensions, which is what we're going to do very soon. Me and Michael have been working behind the scenes for quite a while on building one of those. That's not a secret. I've talked about it in the past. I just haven't pulled the trigger on it because my list is out of whack of things I want to do. So the timing tensioners are on my list as well, which that is finally going to get done about a month. I plan on having this taken back to the shop in a month that did the full bolt-on setup and having those swapped out, because I can do them at home, but I don't want to go through the hassle with it, and I'd rather give my dad and I a little bit less projects to do, because I mean we've been working on a house for the last month and a half, and I'd rather give him a break because he's the more mechanically inclined of us two, and this is probably something I would rather him do anyway because I'm so mechanically inclined right now. So that is kind of that with the timing tensioners. That's why I'm going to take it to a shop with that, even though it's a very simple process. Crank pulley is going to get swapped. We will be doing that here because it's a lot easier than doing the tensioners. We even have all the equipment ourselves here, so why not do it ourselves? That'll also be happening in a month. I'm really trying to buy time with the house because, again, this has been a massive project. If you guys have seen any of the live streams where I've talked about the house, it has been probably one of the biggest projects of our lives, of all of our lives here. So it's been a bit of a hassle, but crank pulley is on the list. Timing tensioners on the list. The intake will be happening probably a bit sooner. I'm not quite sure where that sits on the timeline. But as far as the mechanical stuff, I mean, there's really not much left to do. And my list is out of whack because of money. And you guys know that I don't make too much money on YouTube yet. I haven't hit that first check threshold. I'm close. I think last time I checked, I've made $89. So I should be getting really close to that first YouTube paycheck soon. But regardless of that, I don't make much money at my normal job that I work right now. I do have a possibility of getting a new job here soon in the automotive field, actually, which will be really fun. But I'm not quite sure if I'm going to take it just yet. I have to talk to Andrew with the RS, who offered me the job. So it probably is a no-brainer, but I do want to talk with him some more on that and get more details and figure things out. So yeah, pretty much money has been why none of this has been done yet. This will be about $200 to get properly built. That'll be, you know, about $100 bucks for the parts, and then just, you know, a couple hours of effort if we did it here. Probably be about $100-200 bucks at a shop. The crank pulley is like $150-200, something like that. It's a really expensive part, but that's an easy one we'll do here, no problem. I might replace the serpentine belt. I'm at it. This belt is not that old, but I don't want to chance it, really. I feel like if I'm replacing all the pulleys, because this will be one of the biggest and last pulleys I've ever replaced on the truck. Because I've replaced the alternator before, I've replaced the tensioner pulley, I've replaced this idler right here before. There's certainly pulleys that are still factory, would be the power steering and the AC. That'd be it. But that's kind of the mechanical side of things, which is probably the biggest side of the project stuff I haven't done just yet. I can't wait to get it done though, because it's been driving me crazy since it started having issues all those years ago. It's just there's so much stuff that gets intertwined in projects, and trying to do content that brings views to you guys, obviously. So that's why people have probably been wondering why I never did it when I had it in the shop the first time to get the full bolt-on build setup done. And that was because I was waiting to see how much that was going to cost first, and it came out a lot more than I was expecting, which is why all that stuff got pushed back. So next up, we're going to move to the interior side of things, which isn't much. A lot of you, I talked briefly at the end of the last video. I am going to get the interior completely overhauled. These will be leaving, unfortunately. These seats will be leaving. Probably will be repurposing these as like chairs for a hangout spot that I'm working on. Our basement here, we're pretty much going to plan to convert it into like a hangout for all of us whenever I have friends over, which is really just Hayden and Michael right now. If Chase and Andrew want to come by too, that'll help out a lot too, because we'll have some extra chairs to use to give more comfort to my friends when they're here. So if you can want to call these comfortable, they really have not been as comfortable as I'd hoped. They do their job almost too well. These bolsters will hit me in the kidneys all the time, and I get sick on long trips in these seats because they will hit me in the ribs all the time, and it's not comfortable. So I will be returning my stock seats in here, but a little bit different. So I'm going to be working with a company called leatherseats.com at some points here soon. Not working with as in sponsored, but working with as in giving them my money and they're giving me the parts. I'm going to be having my entire interior done. So front seats and the back bench are all going to be torn out. I'm going to take it to a different shop over in Kennesaw, Georgia, which is rather close to where I live, and have all the upholstery removed from both the bench and the stock fronts, and have them completely reupholstered, which will be tying in to my secret project that I haven't announced yet. That'll be involving all of this, but the interior will be getting an overhaul finally, and I'm really excited for that because I hate the cloth seats. These seats were kind of a waste of $600, which sucks because it's something I've wanted to do. I wanted to do since I got it, and I was really disappointed with how it all turned out. So yeah, these will be leaving. I will not be selling those seats. Maybe the brackets, I'm not sure, but probably not. Pretty much, I probably won't even sell these because I don't think anyone's going to want a couple of eBay carbon seats that have a broken bolster on brackets for a truck. So yeah, that'll be getting done soon. The headliner has been something I've been wanting to do for a while because the water damage from when the third brake light leaked, it ruined the headliner to the point where, as you guys can see back here, there's quite a lot of grossness. So I plan on getting this torn out at some point as well and replaced with a new panel and everything. I plan on taking everything out and replacing except for the dome lights. Those will be their factory setups. Window tint, again, further down the project list. I plan on doing this sooner, but it's getting pushed down the list and is going to have to be a little bit later than I expected. But mainly right now, my top secret project is getting the main priority because it's going to be extensive. It's not going to be, you know, something really easy. It's not an engine build. For people ask, I'm not building the engine yet. Probably not ever, but yeah, I'm really excited to show you guys everything when the time shows up. But the list is so far out of whack due to mainly income. Like I said, my current job that I work with is not paying a lot, It is enough to function, to go and eat food, put gas in this thing, and that's really about it. I have to kind of be really careful with how much I spend. That way I can save and put that money towards this, which is partially why I don't have better camera equipment. Granted, if you guys watch the second channel, Andrew, who has the RS, the day we went and picked up that car, as I guess payment for it, he gave me a bunch of camera equipment, like a tripod, a Rode mic for a GoPro, as well as pretty much everything that I would need to vlog with a GoPro full time, but without the case and the camera itself. So I've got one of those. Hopefully I can get one of those soon. I just have to either spend the money or hope I get it for my birthday here in a couple weeks. So I'm really excited for that. So yeah, it's gonna be fun the next few weeks. I'll reveal my secret project when I get the stuff, because I don't want to reveal anything right now just in case it doesn't happen. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen. I have the money for it. I just need to talk myself into buying it, and we'll be good to go. And it'll be great content for you guys who have watched me for a long time and have gotten used to this, because it's going to be, I'm just not going to say anything more about it because I'll give it away. But that's kind of that. So I'm working on trying to find a better way to either manage my income or possibly get a new job, or work both, because this job that I work now is under my mom's LLC, right? So it's pretty flexible, and pretty much I would like to say I'm on call 24/7. If I have something I need, some sort of task to complete, that's when I go and do it. I hate saying it's like chores with extra steps. So, I mean, it works out pretty well for me. I've been able to do all that I've done thanks to that, and I want to get more money, obviously, to be able to work with this more. And so I'm definitely thinking about taking up that job with Andrew. I just want to talk to him a little bit more, figure out details, and see how everything will work, because I do like the flexibility with this. But I could do both at the same time, really. Because due to all that's been going on, I haven't actually been on call a lot, so it'll definitely help me out a lot with getting more money for this build, and we can finally do some pretty crazy stuff. So I think I'm gonna wrap things up here, though. This video is already pretty long, and it wasn't really meant to, because there really wasn't a whole lot to talk about. But stay tuned for this. We've got plenty of stuff on the radar coming soon for this truck, and I'm really excited to finally get to bring more mods to this thing and, you know, make it even cooler than it already is. So hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video. I say quick, it's 12 minutes long. Hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you guys on Monday with a brand new video. And take care and take it easy, everyone. See you later.